Alyssa out here with Coda and us, and of course Kowalski's is here, Rachel's here.
Yeah, I know you can smell.
I know, we're looking forward to that segment. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about?
Okay, if you're not on the Grow with Care page, you're gonna miss some things that are just truly amazing.
That's right, that's where we find so many great ideas and so many great visuals. A Princeton man, inspired by the giant corn mazes, decided to plant an entire yard of black-eyed Susans so that he could have a giant smiley face as you go above it. So we want to thank Mitchell Yell for doing just that to show us around.
And there's an airport right close to him,
Yes.
I kind of started doing this a few years ago, planting way smaller patches than this. It's not quite done yet. I still got some prep on it. It's not going to be a perfect smile face, but it'll be a smile face. You can see that big poster. I strung a wire from there. I basically use that like a giant protractor.
This is his putter land, yeah. When he's not at work, he's out here puttering.
Decided a few years ago, I saw those big corn maze things where they have cool designs you can see from the air. I thought it'd be fun to do something. I figured it had to be something pretty simple. I almost literally tossed a coin between a giant peace symbol and a smile face, and I went with the smile face. This is stick out like a sore thumb up to probably 10,000 feet.
I've seen a lot more planes lately.
Yeah, there's a little grasshopper. Big part of the reason I'm doing this is that the bee and the butterfly population's crashing so much, so this will help them a lot. I just want people to go, that looks really gorgeous.
Like,
that's all.
Wow. Yeah. That was the word of our neighbor the other day when she came back. She goes, wow, that's amazing.
Well, who doesn't like a big field of flowers, you know?
Everyone loves a big field of flowers. We want to thank Richard and Linda Fagerness for letting us come there. We want to thank Mitchell Yell for going there and getting that great visual. There is an airport nearby. We understand a lot of people are landing there and circling around there. That is so cool. That's almost as cool as that thing in northern Minnesota where there's that forest that's in the shape of Minnesota.
Yeah.
You have to check that out too. And you can actually see that on Google Maps.
Could you imagine just standing in that field of the Rudebeckia?
All right, so I'm sorry, it's time for questions. I was getting all confused. Okay,
All
here we go.
confused.
We're ready.
All right, here we go.
Sandy wants to know, I've Googled it and then they say deadheading. Is there anything that she can be doing to be deadheading annuals or perennials?
Well,
so
yeah,
are there any ones that do not, that they don't have to deadhead?
Well, I wouldn't deadhead hydrangeas, black-eyed Susans, woodland flowers, but anything else, if it's an annual, whack that sucker back, man. You make it look good again if you're stretched, if you're losing. So most of your perennials are okay. All of your annuals. If you've got annuals, I just cut back my baskets, I cut back my pots. They'll be good in a couple of weeks. It's just, deadheading is a great thing.
If you have time, and it's really just kind of like a thing that's just
mental,
mindless,
zen-like.
It's wonderful. But I think the ones that you don't have to, my opinion, is million bells and petunias. The ones you absolutely have to are geraniums.
Well, you got to pluck your geraniums.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have as many flowers.
Right.
All right. Well, good luck with that, Sandy. Jody wants to know why her purple coneflowers come back white year after year. They're getting whiter.
Well, no, and there's two colors now.
Okay.
That's her issue. Well, here's the truth. It's a hybrid. It drops seeds. You never really know which one is going to come back. It could be the mother plant, could be one of the many hybrids that are in there, the different plants. So anytime, people even say with peonies, whoa, all of a sudden I got a white one. Well, it dropped some seed and it reverted to one of the parents. That's all. It's a natural thing. It's going to happen because we've combined things to make them better.
Yeah, and to make different colors and to make the stems sturdier and
All
bug
those reasons.
resistance and all that. Okay, now Stella wants to know, what are these weeds? What is going on?
Well,
they're in her
weeds-
garden, they're in her lawn.
Yeah, well, they're kind of, people love these. This is wood
Important.
sorrel. It's a great garnish. People use it in salads, but it is a weed. It's a weed if you don't want it in. Thing is, don't let it go to seed. Cut it back. If you do use chemicals, you can spray for it. But basically, if you stay on top of it, cut it back, and a good thick lawn will not allow it to grow. Or a nice layer of mulch in your garden shouldn't let the seeds germinate. But get rid of the seeds. That's the whole deal.
And native bees love those, right? That's
They
like
do love them.
clover.
Yeah, it's a
So
good
if you want native bees, which we all do, just leave it. I know it's kind of hard to do that, but just do that if you can. All right, Tammy wonders if she should trim back her Weigelias after they finish blooming. Like she did that before, and she found. I'm sorry, I don't even know what's going on here. I did it this morning, so it looks so much better. I found a batch of phlox that were hidden behind it. Okay, win-win.
Right. I mean, congratulations on phlox, but Weigelia really do take good on a prune after they flower. Sometimes, I would say a lot of times, you'll get a second flush of flowers. You know, so you can either prune it into a shape or go in and take some of those old nasty looking canes out and you'll fill it in better and yeah, prune up your Weigelia after it flowers.
All right.
No problem.
One last question. Jan wants to know what this is. She has seen it in the park, and she's wondering if it's a perennial or an annual, what it is.
Well, you know, it is a flower. It grows from seed, and you know they were called salt and pepper back in the day because the seeds are a little, they're the white flower and white black seeds. But if you don't want it, it's the same thing. Don't let it go to seed. Just cut it back. But I think it's a really great flower. It's very useful. No problem whatsoever. Let it go. It's pretty. It will spread. Some people say it's invasive, and it's really not that invasive. It's kind of controllable. So just let it go.
All right. So tonight you're going to go and look at the fireflies.
Fireflies at the Arboretum. That starts at 8:30. Members, it's like only $10. You go there, you walk around, you know, it's getting tough to find fireflies, and the Arboretum has such a diverse plants that you will see them there.
Yeah,
so I'm going tonight.
It's a little walk.
Bringing my granddaughter, Frankie.
Super smart.
We're going to have a good time.
From 8:30 to 10, I believe it's.
Yes.
So go on their Arboretum website and you can find out more. And speaking of the Arboretum, coming up next, we have an hour celebration of the best local food and cold, hearty wines Minnesota has to offer on the 23rd. We're going to talk all about the taste and toast. We'll be right back.
Been there, it's tremendous.